Hello and welcome to another episode of James Dean Designs. Now last year I was really fortunate to be able to test this little vacuum right here before it went live on the market, the FoxAlien HFS 800. Now the full review will be in the corner, but just to summarise, great vacuum, variable speed control, HEPA filter for cleaner air, carbon filter to minimise smells and odours, and it could also be used in reverse as a blower for air assist on a laser. So whilst the vacuum was great, there was one flaw that I found with it, which was ultimately the dust collection compartment was quite small. Now the thing I suggested in that video is that it should be used with a Cyclone separator, and well, ta-da! We have this shiny piece of white plastic in front of us now, which is a Cyclone separator and a dust collection bucket. Let me explain what that means in a bit more detail. When you're vacuuming things up and you're sucking up all that debris and dust chips, all that dirty stuff comes in from the side here, and it comes into basically a bit of a vortex cyclone system. It allows all of the dirt and debris and the chips to fall to the bottom, and clean air comes out and then goes through your vacuum. So ultimately, well, this is going to catch 90-95% of all the stuff you're vacuuming up, and then allow your vacuum and filters to last much longer. And obviously it is much easier to clean this than the filters in the vacuum. Let me show you just how easy. Little clip on the side, open it up, pop the top off, and then you can just chuck that in the bin, or sorry, chuck the debris in the bin. And again, to put it back together, put it on top, clip it back up, and it is sealed and good to go again. So I suppose the question is, yes, that should make life easier. Is it going to be effective? Let's test it and find out. So what I'm about to do is take out the old bag, the old filter, and put new ones in. That way it's going to give us a great indication of how much dust is actually staying in the Cyclone versus coming into the vacuum itself. So I've noticed the carbon filter also has a little bit of build up on it as well. So actually I'm just going to replace all three elements, the carbon filter, the HEPA filter, and the bag. I'm also vacuuming the inside of the vacuum out, as I say, just to try and give you the best indication of how good this Cyclone is working. So I cleaned out as much as I could. It's not perfect, there's a little bit of dust left, but the bottom line is 3 brand new filters are in. So let's do a test on this, see how we get on. So I'm pretty much set up and good to go. I've got a tub of wood shavings and chips here, which I'm going to put across the workbench to vacuum up. They're different densities, so it should give us an indication of whether the bucket only collects heavier stuff or whether it collects the finer material as well, which is ultimately what we want. This hose here is going to vacuum it up, take it into the Cyclone, and all being well, 90% of the stuff, if not even more, should remain in the bucket. Then the cleaner air will go out and pass through the vacuum. So the only thing left to do now, pour this out, vacuum it up, and let's take a look at the results. Now, there goes my voice. Now in theory I'm trying to do this in one cut so there's no breaks and we can see just how much it collected. Let's undo this clip, pop the Cyclone off, and well, there you can see live. I would say that is the majority of all of the stuff. If I pour that back out, and some of it goes on the floor, but yeah, you can see versus what was there originally versus to what stayed in the bucket. That's absolutely brilliant. I want to turn this around quickly now and try and get the filters out. Turn the power off first and unplug it. So if I pull this out, we'll see just how much stayed in there and went into the filter. Look at that. Look at that. No dust in there whatsoever. That is absolutely brilliant. That's a great system and a great addition to this. So I was kind of expecting maybe 90% of that to have stayed in the bucket, but actually, as I say, there is nothing in that filter whatsoever. So even all the finer stuff has stayed in there as well. Brilliant addition. And I should add as well, that's only like $30 to add on top of the vacuum. So it's actually a bargain in comparison to completing the whole system. Excellent job, FoxAlien. Nice addition to the vacuum. It's definitely going to make people's lives easier. Obviously, to keep things clean, it's easier to empty that than taking the filters out, and it's also going to make your filters and bags last much longer. Brilliant addition. There will be links in the description area below if anyone is interested. But yeah, nice job. Thank you very much all for watching. Final thanks as always goes to my patrons. If you want to get involved for one-to-one help, early content and giveaways, check out the Patreon links in the description area below. I will see you all on the next episode.